D&D night. Enjoy your lurk, Klusky, and hello. I appreciate your lurk despite the D&D. Oh, yeah. What is I feel? I promise it is true. I'll take care of you. I'm an indie skid, but I'm gonna get too distracted. Okay. Got some brewed tea with honey and unsweetened soy milk and a cough drop. Let's do this. Reading. I swear I can read. Alrighty. Game Informer, Volume 3, Issue 2, which is the March-April issue of 1994. Already, I love this kid. This kid's fucking hilarious. He's tripled himself. I see it now. He's tripled himself. And he's about to fake the funk on the nasty dunk. Yeah, it's Sonic. This was the issue that advertised Sonic 3, it looks like. I haven't read it too much into it. Sonic and Tails are back in Sonic 3. And this may have been before it was revealed as Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I don't know. March Madness. A basketball blowout sounds like something you don't want to have happen on the toilet. See that? That's your asshole blowing out. What's that one fucking... It's either a sniff game or like a Bean Boozled type of thing where one of the flavors is called Baby Diaper Blowout. Baby Basketball Blowout. Mortal Kombat 2 is released this year. All the moves for this arcade masterpiece. Excuse me. Hey, NBA Jam, that's why it's like this. Bet this won't suck, I won't NBA Jam. Plus Total Carnage, Mega Man X, and Cybermorph. Cybermorph. I'm not familiar with Cybermorph. Total Carnage sounds familiar. Mega Man X is like incredibly famous at this point. Now they have for Genesis, Prince of Persia. Wow. My boy back here looking like Luke Skywalker with a sword, hot babe in a cell, and a non-white antagonist. Classic 90s misogyny and racism packed into. Like, look at this man's mouth. Look at where this poor man's mouth is drawn. Whew. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but that's rough. That did not age well. And he's not even attacking him. He's just holding his sword up. He's like, not so fast, Jafar. Like, oh my god. And I had to do the Aladdin joke because Prince of Persia. And like, I don't know, man. This feels weird. That feels real fucking weird. Like, what the fuck, man? MA13? Yeah, I'll bet. Goddamn. MA13 for racist depictions of people of color. Jesus. That's rough. And I'm looking at this from like a symbolic perspective as well, because it's like so weird whenever you look at it from that perspective, because you have this blonde-haired, light-skinned man in an all-white robe with a glistening sword that's straight and narrow, like his heroism. And then down here you have a dark-skinned, very awkwardly large-lipped man of color with a curved black sword so that you know it's evil. And he's wearing red. Now, the pants are blue. Although, oddly enough, the color scheme, like, if you look at his armor as, like, vaguely white, but not quite as white as him, of course, it almost looks red, white, and blue. Which you can apply whatever color theory you want to that, but it's so weird. This, I don't know if you call it a style of art or what, but not the media. I'm not sure what you'd call it. The tropes that people leaned on in this time period. Makes me wonder if they were self-aware or not. I kind of hope they were not. Because at the very least, then people could tell them later on, like, hey, this aged like milk. Good God. But anyway. Let's see what this paragraph has to say. Genesis players! Now you can play one of the hottest action-adventure hits of all time on your Sega Genesis. Locked deep in the dark castle dungeons by the evil Grand Vizier. You must search desperately for a way to escape and to rescue the beautiful princess. Survive the intense sights and sounds of this exotic adventure, and you'll meet the Grand Vizier in a sword duel to the finish. But can you defeat him before the sands of time run out? Also available for Game Gear. Presumably that's supposed to be the Grand Vizier, but like, did they have to do him dirty like that? Like, fuck. Like, look at this. Look at his hands. They're like almost monstrous. This was definitely the era before humanizing antagonists. Goddamn. Get ready for awesome graphics, fantastic animation, and action-packed adventure. Explore increasingly dangerous levels, slash away at evil gods, solve challenging puzzles, all to save the princess. Zool, motherfucker! Zool! What the fuck is this thing? Oh, this thing's weird. Zool, motherfucker, Zool! Choose the form of my destructor. It's that. What the fuck, man? That thing's weird as hell. Ugh. He's like Green Goblin and Rayman had a baby. And he's supposed to be the protagonist that you play as. That's weird. This may have been the era where they're trying to, like, copy Sonic the Hedgehog. Because I don't remember this guy at all. Good God. Oh, man. Whew, that might be the thumbnail already. We're only 8 minutes into the recording. Ninja battles in the nth dimension, huh? An interstellar dweller, nice, is about to hit your Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Sega Genesis, and Game Gear. Oh yeah, this guy was this company was definitely trying to make the next Sonic the Hedgehog. They don't make character designs like that anymore. Oh no, they do not. Speaking of which, did you see this fucking guy up here in the Prince of Persia Sega Genesis ad? Look what they've done to this poor man. Oh my God. And like the contrast. I can't get over this. The contrast between these two. Like, yes, it's supposed to be evil versus good. It's just kind of, I may be overthinking it, but it's just kind of weird that the evil character happens to be dark-skinned. Again, probably overthinking this, but holy shit. It is, as the kids say, not a good look. Zool, motherfucker. Alright. He is Zool, the defender of the nth dimension. Hilarious. Your imagination. Oh, is that what that is? And a thorn in the side of Cruel. Not K-Rule, Cruel. This his archenemy. Battle your way through multiple worlds and a multitude of Cruel's armed and dangerous minions. Keep the gateway to your imagination open. Way weird, way fun. Zool is cool. Oh yeah, they're trying to drive this home to kids like, buy Zool, buy Zool, buy Zool. They didn't actually stop to think if kids would actually like it. Oh boy. Mega action, mega suspense, mega terror. If you think you've played Turrican, think again. Data East brings you the most intense, mind-blowing Turrican ever for Genesis. What the fuck is Turrican? Turrican? Like that one town, I forget where, but it's like somewhere in the south. They call it Hurricane. Is that what this is? Is Turrican? It's like a Turrican hurricane situation. Oh no. What the fuck? The fucking lips with the pig nose and the point. Man, this looks terrible. Here's another goofy mascot design to add to the collection. And they made his lips glisten like he's wearing fucking lip balm. I mean, hey, more power to you, girlie. You gotta keep them kissers moist. Holy shit. Oh, that's so weird looking. This may also be the thumbnail. We're finding so many good ones in this issue. Holy shit. Mega Turrican. You're a Turrican, not a Turricant. I feel like Data East was always like a hit or miss when it came to good games. Oh, what the fuck? Pirates of the past have asked. There be a new legend before the mast. It's this weird ass twink that's about to take on these frankly almost jaundiced, most likely scurvy-ridden pirates. Look at how pale these men are, despite being pirates. Like, are they just inside the entire time, or are they ill? Like, they look like they look like they caught in some kind of illness, because there's purple around their eyes. Their eyes are yellow, almost orange. You can see their gums, and their lips are purple, and their skin is, like, just unnaturally pale. Meanwhile, this man he's doing his best out here. He's looking sharp, he's looking healthy. I really think these guys are just jealous because he's able to take care of himself, but they're too lazy. Like, oh my god, man. That just looks like Captain Hook if he got, like, very sick. High Seas Havoc. Yeah, I've never heard of this game before. Man, I'm finding a lot of good, what's the word? Screenshots for the VOD thumbnail. Oh my god. Bugs, the non-binary icon. Cross-dressing like a motherfucker since the 50s. Hell yeah. Oops. I was a little too quick to slurp on some tea and I accidentally splashed it into my face. Ugh. Hate that. Alright, Reader's Survey G1 1993. Oh, Video Game Awards? Hey, I didn't realize they had those back in the 90s. I guess they did. G1 or GI, one of the two. Hell yeah. The Gastroenterology 1993 Video Game Awards, baby. Oh, fill it out and win a prize. Okay. Oh, winners CES. A report about the hat games. Basketball feature. How do they separate it like this? Just do it by page number, man. Genesis. Ooh, Bloodlines and Sonic 3 reviews. Goofy's Hysterical History Tour. Hilarious. Sega CD Lunar the Silver Star. Ooh, Lunar. Didn't they remaster that recently? Lunar? Or was it Luna? I forget which one. For SNES, we got Total Carnage, Mega Man X, Joe and Mac 2. Wow. Turn and Burn. That's the name of a Magic the Gathering deck. Turn and Burn. Legend. Weird name. Rabbit Rampage. Cybermorph for Jaguar. No wonder I've never heard of it before. Departments. Letter from the editors. What's hat? Arcade Brigade. Arcade Brigade. Game Genie Swap Shop. Oh, fuck yeah, man. That's cool as hell. Built to destroy all enemies and programmed to show no mercy. Oh, that's very funny. Wait. Wait a second. What the fuck is this design? Beefy, manly robo girl. Just girl. I mean, she's serving cunts so hard with the fucking bangs covering the eye under the ninja hood. But come on, y'all. At least give her some... Oh, wait. I think I see a robo arm back there. Unless that's just like a regular ass sleeve. Right there. I could be wrong, though. That's ridiculous. Razor-edged weapons. Superhuman android reflexes. Master of the ninja arts. And burning for combat. I'm burning for combat. That's ridiculous. Title. Ninja Warriors. 3 androids. Yeah, built for power and programmed to conquer. Yeah, she's supposed to be one of the androids. Where's her cybernetics like the other 2, man? Come on. Give her some fucking cybernetics. That'd be cool as hell. Hell, you could make her hair made out of cybernetic wire. She could use it as a fucking weapon. Oh, damn it. The Wi-Fi's being shit again. Ooh. Okay. Looks like we're back. That's good. Anyway. But yeah, this... Oh, this is ridiculous. Make her buff. 3 androids built for power. Sharp steel, they turn their bodies into raging cyclones, leaping, kicking and slashing through a wave after wave after wave of enemies. More than human, more than machine, they are the last ninja warriors. It's the last warriors. Again, like, great art style. Just wish they would have done more with her. Because these guys look cool as hell. Fucking muscly robo arms, robo scythe. He's like almost all robot. Excuse me. Letters from your readers. Oh god. Covering Mortal Kombat. All 3. We're upset that Nintendo kept the blood out of their version. Cried censorship. I said we have 2 choices. Everybody has the freedom of choice to do what they want, and no one can cry censorship. Because it's each individual's decision. What the fuck is this, man? This can't be real. The video game violence letter. I'm writing in response to your game reviews covering Mortal Kombat. All three, Andy, Rick, and Paul, were upset that Nintendo kept the blood out of their version. Two of the reviewers cried censorship. I say we have two choices. One, everybody has the freedom of choice to do what they want, and no one can cry censorship because it's each individual's decision. Or two, we could take all violence out of video games, music, television, and movies, and no one cry censorship because it's the way God wants us to live. God, that's funny. I guess we know where GI stands, the gastrointestinal tract. I applaud Nintendo for its courageous... That's not courageous. Thanks, Nintendo, for being the Super Nintendo Entertainment System and not the Super Nintendo Violentainment. That guy thought he was cooking with that line, didn't he? Violentainment. That guy's pathetic. Oh, good. Glad Ed's responding.
Let's just make one thing clear. GI isn't endorsing video game violence in any way. However, there are people who enjoy that type of realism in their games, and they're entitled to the right to play them. Secondly, it becomes censorship when an existing property such as a film, song, or even an arcade game are altered to a degree that a substantial part of the original is missing. Everyone thinks about things differently, and everyone deserves choice. Period.
My God, neither of these fucking comments are good. Neither of them are correct. Oh, boy. Like, yeah, you have the right to choose what game you want to buy. That's about it, dude. Game companies don't give a shit if they can get away with it. Like, my God. I still don't know what GI is. Oh. It's Game Informer. GI is Game Informer. I'm fucking stupid. What the fuck? I never thought to abbreviate it before because it's just 2 words. That's so funny. Oh boy. I fucking love Tube Mellow's music. It's so chill. Okay. Oh my God. These are such weird takes. It's such like an all or nothing mentality, and there is no nuance to this discussion whatsoever. They're entitled the right to play them is so funny. That's so funny.
They're entitled the right to play them.
God, that's like, oh, what's the term? I don't know if egotistical is the right word, but good God. This guy's a big ego. Period. Your magazine is really great. I especially like Secret Access. GI's new look is awesome, but how come your magazine is bi-monthly? 2 months is a long time to wait for new GI. Most video game magazines start as a bi-monthly magazine, then after a few issues, they start monthly. Do you have any plans for making GI a monthly magazine? As they say in the ad biz, anticipation. However, the answer to your question is someday yes. Okay. Genesis, I'm counterattacking. Counterattacking is so dumb. Man, remember when people used to be really upset about which one was the quote-unquote best? instead of like just, well, if I remember correctly, either Alex or Brett from Super Beer Bros made a great point about this, of like you had to choose between one, because most of the time your family didn't have enough money to buy both. And so you had to pick one and stick with it, and when you stuck with it, you had to justify your choice, or at least a lot of people seem to feel like they had to justify their choice. And so, like, if someone says that the choice that they didn't pick was better, then they automatically feel like they have to defend themselves. Like, oh, no, it's better because this. You know, it's like that weird thing of not wanting to be seen as inferior, quote unquote. I don't know. It's always felt weird to me. Because my first console was a Sega Genesis. And then my folks got... Both of my first two consoles came from some guy that my dad knew, who, like, he played it a little bit, but then didn't actually play it much, so he gave it away. It was really weird. And, like, I don't even remember his name. He's just like, oh, it's from my friend, he didn't want it. And that's how I got my Sega Genesis and my N64, although, for some fucking reason, we never got the N64. They're like, okay, let's put away the Sega Genesis and never bring it out again. And they literally would not let me bring it out. They're like, no, it's up there. It's going to stay up there. And I'm like, why? I want to play the games on it. Like, fuck. And then at some point they got rid of it. I don't know what the hell they did with it, and I'm pretty sure they don't remember what they did with it. Because there's still one Sega Genesis game that I have not been able to figure out what it was, because I was so young. I remember, like, a tactical grid that was like sprawling green, like a map, and then you had one side had like red figures, the other side had blue figures, and I don't even know what you were meant to do. It's like some kind of war strategy game. It may not have even been that. I may have just gotten stuck on a menu somewhere. I don't remember. One of these days I'm just gonna like go through, play every single Sega Genesis game ever made. One of these days, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna find it. And then I'll be like, man, this game isn't as good as I thought it would be because it's a strategy game. I'm not good at strategy games, which makes them unfun for me, personally. Because I tried Final Fantasy Tactics, I couldn't even get past the second fight. Since I'm fairly certain all the fights in Tactics are like sequenced, like they're premeditated, pre-planned. And I got past the tutorial and the basic first fight. Second fight, dog walked. Absolutely demolished. Alright, let's keep going. Review rating system, new look, free Victor Max, Sega CD. Letter from the editors. They replaced the lady. Why you gotta replace the fucking lady, assholes? Bucktooth Bonsai over here. The game hombre. Are you actually Latino, man? I hope so. Otherwise, you have no reason to use that. The pro player. The rebel gamer. Rick the Video Ranger. Rick does not know how to smile. Neither does Paul. Ross and Andy got it down pat. Paul and Rick, no, not at all. How these games are rated. Concept, playability, entertainment, value, overall rating. What does entertainment value mean? What kind of value are you placing on this entertainment? Graphics and animation, sound, overall rating, concept. Does concept apply to gameplay? I don't get it. Castlevania Bloodlines. Dooba-dooba-dooba-nina. Make it frickin' sick, yes. That's still a really funny bit that guy does. I don't think it ever gets old, personally. It's like, this little, what is it? This little, not a pachyderm. What the fuck am I thinking of? What the hell am I thinking of? Man, this was gonna bug this shit out of me. Oh yeah, that little marsupial, yes. Make him go fast as fuck, yes. Make him go incredibly fast, yes. That little hedgehog. Give him a love for chili dogs, yes. Oh, I love it. Okay, the walls of Castlevania tell the story of a legacy of evil. I don't know why I went with that. And heroism. It chronicles the dark reign of Transylvania's Count Dracula, of his defeat in 1897 at the hands of a vampire hunter, Quincy Morris of the House of Belmont, who put the bloodthirsty lord to sleep for eternity, but the peace that fell over Europe was to be short-lived. Oh my god, the dissonance between the music and what I'm saying is hilarious. I'm gonna keep going. The assassination of the Austrian prince, which took place in Sarajevo? I think it's Sarajevo. In the year 1914, would set in motion a chain of wicked events that would lead Europe into the First World War. His execution was the work of Elizabeth Bartley, a descendant of the Count who, in the early 15th century, was... that is Bartley and not Bathory. Executed as a female vampire for taking the blood of more than 800 young girls. It seems that she has been resurrected by a witch known as Dorothea. Not Dorothy. I'm Dorothy Harris. Man, shout out to that lady. She was cool. Now we ain't strangers anymore. I'm Dorothy Harris. Now we ain't strangers anymore. Itchy. Oh boy. In the garden at Versailles, don't you know that I love you? Check out the reflections of the water. Where's the sunset that's supposed to be reflected in it, buddy? Is that not the sun? It may not be the sun, I don't know. Hey, this game's got pistons. What more do you need? What the fuck kind of journalistic writing is that? What more do you need? It's got pistons. And that is a euphemism for cocks. We're secretly gay, but this is the 90s, so we don't tell anybody. Patetico. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Some of the biggest backgrounds in Sega. The Skeleton and the Pendulum. Edgar Allan Poe would be proud. That's not what that poem's called. It's called The Pit and the Pendulum, you jackass. Ugh. It screams so much of like a mile wide but an inch deep in terms of like cultural knowledge of things. He's like, oh,
Poe had a poem about a pendulum, skeleton and pendulum.
Like, come on, man. I know you're better than that. Well, I actually don't know, but God, you can't have a scary game without good old Frank. Case in point. Then again, this was still during the time when everyone called it Frankenstein, even though it's Frankenstein's monster, and that whole copy pasta of it's not Frankenstein, it's Frankenstein's monster, that hadn't been like popularized yet. Hey, look at the backgrounds for these fucking reviews. Graphic design's my passion, guys. Impact font. Man, no wonder so many people are bad at this these days. They were inspired by shit like this. Paul the Pro Player. Concept 7 graphics. Genesis owners who have never played the Castlevania series should check this out. It's been a long time coming. The graphics aren't as impressive as the SNES. Bullshit. Yet they are well done. The choice of characters and ability to use weapons other than the whip are something new. The game has great playability, and it's what I'd expect from Konami. If you've never experienced the great action of this series on the other systems, here's your chance. Ross. 7.75. Andy. Old Andy. What, Swentes? Swentes has been capturing the souls of prominent European figures as a sacrifice to her uncle, Count Dracula. Who the fuck is Swentes? She is not mentioned at all. There's Elizabeth Bathory and Dorothea. Those are named characters. Those are named female characters. But who the fuck is Swentes? Swentes Quintus. Swentes and Has. What did I miss here? Oh, I see. They just, for some reason, they cut this shit. Well, if these two are meant to be beside of each other on the page. Okay, yeah, I get it. You'd start, because you'd go down here and then your eye would drift upwards and you'd see the top of the paragraph. Dorothea Swentes and has been capturing the souls of prominent European figures as a sacrifice to her uncle, Count Dracula. This part is really cool. You cut the head off the statue and it falls into place so you can get by. Ah, what we used to be impressed by in the 90s. This brings us to the present day and the beginning of our story, as two figures approach Dracula's castle. One is John Morris, great-grandson of Quinny, who has come to fulfill his destiny as a descendant of the House of Belmont. The other is Eric Lacard, I think? A would-be sculptor, who is out to avenge the death of his girlfriend and at the hand of Elizabeth. Sculpture? A would-be sculpture? What? What does that mean in this context? That's very strange. And the Wi-Fi shitting the bed again. Lovely. And we're back. This brings us to present day. Players must choose one of these two vampire hunters as they seek out Dracula in the hopes of laying this web of evil to rest once and for all. Your journey through 6 vicious levels will vary depending on your choice. The spirits of Castlevania are waiting. Hey, it's the boys, Zumo. Whatever the fuck that means. It's Sanic the Warchag, and the eyes of Knuckles, presumably. Wow, this was before Knuckles was revealed. That's interesting. Sanic the Hedgehog over here. Oh, okay. Zoom or Doom. Zoom into action with Sega Genesis. Grab your lightning shield and roll into action, swinging from vine to vine. Do you actually swing from? I mean, you kind of do, but not really. Dodge the deadly traps and launch a slew of souped-up spin attacks through mega-sized zones filled with hidden rooms and secret passageways. Count on trusty Tails to airlift you out of danger, only if someone else is plugged into the second controller port. Otherwise, it's a really, it's like a crapshoot if he actually flies down to your location and you manage to catch him in time. And record your progress using the new game save feature. Experience the ultimate and extra sonic power on a ring-grabbing supersonic ride that will keep you spinning. So yeah, this came out right before and Knuckles. It's the Bloodborne music. This would have been great for the Castlevania section. Snowboard through the ice cap zone and check for chilled out passageways and Arctic power-ups. Joke's on you. You don't actually snowboard in that level. You watch a video of Sonic snowboarding. You don't actually control him. Oh. Warp your way through the special stage to collect the Chaos Emeralds. Take off with Tails and Marble Garden Zone and vanquish spike-wielding enemies with a point to prove. That's not an enemy, that's just an obstacle. Did these people just like look at the thumbnails with no context? Or like is that all they were given was just the screenshots? Because like look at this. Like if I had not played the game and only saw this screenshot of Sonic snowboarding, then yeah, I would have assumed that there's a snowboarding level that you get to play in. No, you don't get to play. You don't get to play as the play during the snowboarding section. You just watch. Maybe jump, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. Battle Batniks, that's a boss. At every turn and prepare for some electrifying close encounters of the third kind. Outsmart the demented Dr. Robotnik and his non-stop stream of nasty new inventions. You're not outsmarting him, you're just running forward. Be Sonic, be Tails, be Knuckles? Who the fuck? Alright. Be blown away by the all-new two-player head-to-head split-screen simultaneous action mode. Practice mode. Yo, save $10 on Lifesavers? Collect 10 Lifesavers wrappers and get a $10 mail-in rebate on purchase of Sega products with official rebate form. That's funny as hell. See Lifesavers displays at participating stores for details. All rebate requests must be received by March 31st, 1994. I would love to see those wrappers, though. That looks cool as hell. I wonder if anyone saved those. I should look around. See if anyone saved those. Those look cool as hell. Sonic Lifesavers. You can't see his eye because my head's in the way. He's looking. He's looking at you. He's looking at you all weird. Okay. The third time's a charm. Why would you use... That implies the first two were failures. That's literally what that phrase means. The third time's the charm. Man, these guys suck at writing this magazine. I hope they get better. To add to the 3D effect, many of Sonic's obstacles spin to give you a good look at our rodent friend. Yeah, he is kind of a rodent. That rodent. Make him blue, yes. Make him go really fast. Give him some sick sneakers, yes. Make him fast as hell, yes. That character, Make his jump sound frickin' sick, yes. I wish I could remember the guy on Instagram's name, but like all of his videos have the caption, that little voice inside of the creator of X and Y's head. Like fucking Fullmetal Alchemist. The main character. Make him vertically challenged, yes. Make him very angry, yes. Make him quick to anger. His brother. Put him in a tin can, yes. Alright. Sega and their little blue mascot are at it again, but in a time when sequels grow tiresome. Can they really make a better Sonic? You bet! In the tradition of the original blockbuster, the style of play contains all the favorite Sonic nuances. Damn, I didn't expect them to use that word. Enhanced by several new power-ups and hidden features that make this version anything but dull. Version? There aren't multiple versions unless you count the whatever. I can't remember the fucking name of it, but it's like the NES equivalent to the Sega Master System. I think. I could be wrong. The story continues where Sonic 2 left off. Sonic and Tails believe they have vanquished Dr. Robotnik. However, he has crash-landed on the mysterious floating island, which is powered by the special Chaos Emeralds. Robotnik plots to harness the energy of the magical gems to repair his Death Egg ship. To do this, he must first convince Knuckles, the island's guardian, that Sonic and Tails are out to steal them. The latest addition to the Sonic family, Knuckles, is the last surviving descendant of the lost civilization of Echidna that once inhabited the floating island. For those of you too lazy to look it up, an Echidna is a spiny anteater-like creature, much like a hedgehog, that is native to Australia and Tasmania. He is a master at discovering passageways, allowing him to continually get in Sonic's way. Besides battling all kinds of new Batniks and outsmarting Knuckles, our heroes must locate Robotnik before he can repair his menacing ship, i.e., the Death Star knockoff. Style 1 or 2 player adventure. Special features, practice mode. Time competition and game save. Levels, 6 2-act levels, plus hidden bonus stages. Created by Sega of America. Available now. Where? Now. Contraptions, that's pretty cool. Water shield, bounce attack. Roller to make hills. I don't think that's what its name is. Spinning gate. That doesn't really look like a gate to me. Rope swing. That's a little more like it. Hand on head spinner. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna like fucking zoom in on these dumbass names. This is ridiculous. This is fucking hilarious, though. Whoops. Now we wait. The band that's currently playing is called Fall of the Albatross. We'll see if YouTube leaves it alone or makes me delete it. But if it does make me delete it, just know there was a song here that was played called The Force by Fall of the Albatross. Okay. Barbershop pole? What a fucking thing. Actually, that's really good right there. Barbershop P. Pull string, rope swing, spinning gate. Roller to make hills is also dumb. Uh-oh. Personal dissension device? Ah, yes, the PDD. A classic. Come on. Oh, here we are. That's right, I already have it up. There we are. Yes, the beatings will come. You will be beat. There is no escape. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably do this one at about 50 minutes in. Personal dissension device. Man, that's dumb. They like clearly just looked at this. I don't know if they actually played it or not. Excuse me. Almost choked on my own saliva. Oh. Man. I don't need for it to be that small. And now we must wait. Son of a bitch. Door was unlocked. Son of a bitch. That sounds like Shadow of the Colossus. Waiting for it to change. It is. At least I'm pretty sure it's still loading. It is by SIE Sound Team, but it's in Japanese, and the album art. There it is. Yep, absolutely. Shadow of the Colossus. Okay, we got an ad break in 52 seconds. Man, I don't know why it's taking so long to do this. Excuse me. Why would it jump from 120 to 160? That's ridiculous. Let's try 125. See what that gives us. Oh boy. Oh boy. So dumb. Oh, I just realized we didn't finish looking through the January-February issue of Game Informer. That sucks. What the fuck? Go up 1. Increase. Not 160. You fucking goof. Man, that'll have to do for now. Yeah, that's fine. Unless... Damn it. Ooh, boy. Come on. I'm trying to use the trackpad to zoom in and out, but it's taking forever. That should be... No, I had it. Good evening, VOD watchers. My laptop seems to be on its last leg, and I may need a new one soon. But I cannot afford to buy a PC because I'm currently paying off my car. I got 2 more years. And then it'll be paid off. This is dumb. Why is it so slow? Anytime I open fucking Firefox, it's like, no, slow down. Come on. What are we doing here? Oh, no wonder it's at 208. That's ass a tree. A tree of ass. I swear. This is ridiculous. No. Zoom out a little more. Come on. I just did the motion. Baluska do weekend too. Ooh. Frustration. No breathing. Don't give a. If I come I'm breathing. And it feels like a on and on and on and on and on. Oh, love Mike Birbiglia. I woke up this morning and I got myself some oatmeal and I put some raisins on it. And Christ is God. That's such a good bit. Christ is God. Oh my God. There we go. That's better. 140. Whole page. I'd whole plate. Wait, what the hell? Why isn't the music playing? There we go. That was weird. Now we just need to wait for the images to load. Oh boy. Okay. We're back, sort of. As back as we can be, goddamn. Slow as shit. Slow as molasses. Shield attack. Shield attack. The spinning wheels from the original are back and faster than... What? Oh yeah, it was in like the last level or some shit. They had the spinning wheels. On a stage gumball. That's a gumball machine, David! There are lots of bumper traps to trip you up while along the way. Hold on, son. That sure is a fucking comment. Oh god, I gotta fucking see this. Another Sonic is about to take the market by storm. Bad part is, it's basically another Sonic and Tails adventure. To get Dr. Robotnik, however, the new character Knuckles is a great addition to Robotnik's crew. This man did not play the game. Expecting no less yet, may be more than the original graphics. I'm not disappointed. The ability to have a friend control Tails in a one-player game gives number 3 an edge over its predecessors. You can do that in Sonic 2, you fucking moron. I knew that when I was a child. Fuck's sake. The levels are challenging and make you want to see more as you go along. If ever there was a game that I would pack with a system, Sonic 3 would be it. Ross doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Oh no, it's Knucklehead. Oh, dumbasses. Andy. Another great addition to the growing list of Sonic titles. Sonic 3 easily tops them all. It borrows some features from Sonic CD, like save, yet this version has some new options, like the shield power-ups, that make it better than ever. It features level upon level of wacky enemies and crazy Sonic-style traps that actually take time to take some skill. Unlike the drive-through levels of Sonic CD, every level has a new move or obstacle to keep your interest up. This man's a fucking moron too. Once again, Sega has bitten me with the Sonic bug. This is truly the awesome cart. Fucking moron. I think Sega CD is way better than Sonic 3 and Knuckles. He still made it. That's so weird. Paul. Now this is the Sonic game I've been waiting for. Sonic 3 blows away the CD version. Ass. The new animation and levels are amazing. Talk about enormous stages. It has them. Wow. Truly journalistic masterpiece. The two-player racing mode is still fun. Still? What do you mean still? This is the first time you've done... Oh wait, no, never mind. Two-player racing mode was in Sonic 2. Yet I would have liked to see an improvement in the split-screen graphics. Sonic 3 offers zillions of hidden bonuses. This is by far the best Sonic yet. Once you pop in the cart, you're hooked. Excellent! Once you pop, the fun don't stop, and that's Pringles. Man, these guys are terrible at writing reviews. Goofy. You're kinda goofy. A wacky daydream through time. One-player Disney adventure, 4 stages through history, adjustable difficulty, fuck yeah. Created by Absolutely copied Sierra's logo. Available now on Sega Genesis. 5 extend-a-hand attachments, collectibles of Goof Traptions. I vaguely recall those like 2 or 3 shorts where Goofy was an inventor. The bottom line, a 7. Oh my god, that's hard to read. What the fuck, editor? Or whoever is in charge of, like, formatting these pages. America's favorite bumpkin, that's rude, is always stumbling and bumbling his way into trouble. This new Genesis adventure finds Goofy employed as a janitor at Professor Ludwig von Drake's History Museum. The museum is about to unveil 4 new exhibits, but all the excitement finds Goofy up to his neck in hot water. It seems that his co-worker, Pete, has been trying to get Goofy fired for his blundering. The professor has threatened that if anything goes wrong at the debut, Goofy is out the door. But Goofy assures Von Drake that his new invention, the extendo hand, literally, Goofy was an inventor and yet they're calling him a fucking bumpkin, will speed things up. Impressed by his ingenuity, the professor promises that if the opening is successful, Goofy will not only keep his job, but be promoted to head Jan Itor. Eavesdropping, Pete is determined not to let that happen, so he switched 4 important hats from the new exhibits to ensure Goofy will get the boot. With a little help from his weasel friends and Pete's ancestors, he's out to make Goofy's trip through history one he's sure not to forget. Goofy works his way through the 4 time period exhibits: the prehistoric exhibit, the medieval exhibit, the colonial America exhibit, and the Wild West exhibit. I would argue colonial America and Wild West are close enough in time period that you don't really need 2 different levels above them, but we're getting into semantics at that point. But it will take all of his extendo hand attachments and goof traptions to battle Pete's hordes of baddies. That doesn't mean what you think it means anymore. And locate the missing piece of history. Yeah, I figure. Alright, Rick. Mr. Judgy McJudgerson. You know a review's gonna be shit when the guy's like, let me start by saying I'm a big Disney fan. Like, clearly you're not. Because there's a difference between being a fan and being obsessed to the point where if anything is quote-unquote off the mark of your preconceived notions of what something Disney should be. No. Assetry. Let me start by saying I'm a big Disney fan. Goofy isn't one of my favorite characters, so for me, this license doesn't carry the same weight as Mickey or Donald. Becoming a head janitor isn't a task I could really psych up for. Brother, do you think you're supposed to put yourself in Goofy's shoes, you dipshit? The sound effects are quite good, especially Goofy's voice. As for the play, Goofy handles well, but I got bored quickly. Younger children will enjoy this game for its cute simplicity, but as one disappointed adult gamer, I felt they'd forgotten the more mature Disney fan. God, this man sniffs his own farts. Unlike previous Disney games for the Genesis, Goofy's hysterical history tour lacks some of the whimsical qualities that made the others magic. Why would you be anticipating magic in a game about time travel? Don't get me wrong, the game is well done and sure to be a hit, but the backgrounds are rather boring. It's historical places. And the soundtrack got on my nerves. Comparable to Donald Duck's first Genesis outing, Goofy comes off very raw. What? Fortunately, the play mechanics are there. They're there! Which will surely make it possible for us to play a string of Goofy... What the fuck are you talking... These reviews made no fucking sense. My god, these are terrible. And they seem to get worse with each issue. It's like they're either trying to make people angry so that they read more. They're like, I can't believe he said this. I gotta see what else this fucker said. To increase magazine sales. Pure guesswork on my part. Pure guesswork. But I'm getting that sense of like, they don't actually care about this game, but they have to review it. And so they're either gonna take the piss or they're gonna act like a fucking nose-gazing sycophant that's like holier than thou the way Rick does. Goofy is a welcome figure to my list of game personality favorites. Regrettably, the animators at Disney weren't involved in the main. Why would you assume they would be? Oh my god, everyone at this party is a dumb. Holy shit, man. Hindsight's 2020. My goodness, that's amazing. That these idiots actually think that animating a 16-bit video game is the same as animating a hand-drawn animation. Man, these guys are idiots. Like I said, I really feel like this was on the same level as Rage Bait these days. Oh, it is the RPG, Lunar. Yeah, I've been wanting to play this. I'm glad they remastered it. Sega CD gets its first classic RPG, Lunar the Silver Star. Alex. Now, Alex was just like any other youth his age. What? Oh, youth his age. Except for his obsession with the lives of the four heroes and the tale of how they rose up and defended Lunar against the vile force. Alex spent hours daydreaming before the monument of Dragon Master Dine, and one of the heroes who had fallen in battle. Where are we? Okay. If only he and his friends could be part of such an exciting and noble cause. Little could Alex know that he was about to get his wish. Lunar welcomes the players on an adventure with Alex and his three loyal friends, Ramus, the strange winged creature, Null, and Luna, his childhood sweetheart. Our fearless foursome, hilarious, is about to embark on a journey that will unravel the secrets of the past and once again match the forces of truth against those of evil. Created in classic roleplay style, Lunar centers around an intriguing plot that brings together our four heroes with four additional characters. Why is the game called Lunar or Luna? Lunar, okay. There just happens to be a female character named Luna. Alex, Remus, and Luna Null. And oh my god, Alex, Remus, Luna, and Null meet the White Dragon. Nemesh's powerful thunder shot spell blasts the warlocks. In his quest to become Dragon Master, Alex conquers the Guardians at Athena's palace. I love those sprites. They're just like a dude in a robe with wearing a dragon mask. Oh, that's cool. I love that art style. Gorgeous. Mia, Kyle, and Jessica. Your party varies throughout the game from 1 to 6 players as you try. That's a misnomer. I don't think you can actually play with 6 people, which is what I feel like most readers would assume, because they're used to seeing players and being like, "Oh yeah, people who play the game," but no, it's 1 to 6 characters as you try to rescue the 4 dragons and the goddess Athena. In addition to adding depth and plot twists to the storyline, each of the 8 characters possesses their own unique magic spells and fighting abilities that become necessary for survival. If you wish to take a break, a unique save feature lets you save in your tracks at any time. However, the compelling story and huge variety of spells, items, and enemies are sure to keep any RPG fan glued to the screen, not unless they have to go eat or to sleep. The Rebel Gamer. The Sega CD has its first interactive RPG, and not only is Lunar an RPG, but it turned out to be a good RPG, as if those weren't incredibly common in the 90s. The cinemas are an unexpected surprise, but the look of the characters on screen are too cartoonish by comparison. Are you fucking stupid? Do you actually believe they could render this on a Sega CD. Oh my god. Either they were misinformed at how powerful the Sega CD was, or they got their hopes up way too high, and they're like,
oh, it's not perfect, therefore it's garbage.
Like, fuck yourself, Jesus. Cartoonish, please. The sound is a high point. Some characters even speak to you, but the music doesn't fit the mood of the game. It's rare to find an RPG that truly challenges you mentally without being difficult to figure out. Lunar succeeds, however, if you do not perform just the right job. You can be stuck in one place. Just the right job? What does that mean? The memory capabilities of a CD-ROM, a big in-depth RPG is what I expect, and that's what you get with Lunar. Although the entire look is similar to any other RPG, this game has some cool elements. The storyline is corny but excellent, okay, and the ever-changing characters in your party are really awesome. The huge mazes and challenging puzzles are the final factors that make this RPG one of the best. Finally, there's an awesome RPG for the Sega CD. Anyone who remotely likes RPGs should have this one for their system. Rick. Lunar is a classic RPG, taking advantage of CD capabilities to achieve a long and intricately designed storyline to surprise and delight the most jaded player. You mean yourself? Reminiscent of Phantasy Star 3, cinemas help the plot along when important characters appear or when significant achievements occur. The CD music is mostly a waste. Y'all, shut the fuck up about Lunar's music. I've listened to Lunar's music. It's good. Y'all are just being mean for no reason. I swear, y'all were looking for reasons to hate this game. And when you couldn't find one, you made one up. I swear to God. Excellent play, but the voices are good and the opening song is great. Oh, is it? Excellent playability features include the ability to save virtually anywhere in the game and the artificial intelligence allowing the computer to handle your fights. You mean the auto battle? I'm still waiting for the perfect RPG, but Lunar will do nicely until it comes along. Like, dude, with that kind of mindset, you will never find the perfect RPG. And when you think you found one, that's not you finding one. You just ignore its flaws and claim it's the best thing ever. Because I feel like as soon as Final Fantasy VII comes out, these fuckers are going to be like, yes, amazing, the best thing ever, holy shit, hey, blah, 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 blah. Like, yes, Final Fantasy VII is good, but it's not a perfect RPG by any means. My gourd. My god. Commodore jumps back to the market with Amiga CD. Tech Talk. Aura Systems Inc. have the video gaming experience down to a science. The same scientists and engineers that once developed proprietary electromagnetic technology for companies like Boeing, Hughes, or the U.S. Air Force is now using their technology to enhance the feel of video games. Aura's talented electromagnetic high-force actuator, the HUFA technology, has several commercial uses, most recently in the Theater of Time and the Search for the Obelisk simulation ride located at the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas. Aura's first consumer products will be the Aura sound audio speakers and the Interactor. I wonder if anyone's done a video on this. Like, I feel like this would be something that the video game historian would do, although Norm's been so busy with his podcast that I don't even... Does he still do the video game historian anymore? Or the gaming historian, excuse me. Does he even do gaming historian anymore? Because like I said, he hasn't done one in like at least 2 years. Because like I said, he's been doing a podcast with his wife, Kristen, called An Old Timey Podcast, which I love that podcast. It's very funny and very interesting to listen to, but I also love the gaming historian, and I'm worried that he's just kind of quietly quit working on gaming historian. At least he could do is give like an update video or something. Either that or he's just working very slowly, again, because he's been doing a podcast with Kristen, who is absolutely hilarious. Those two are hilarious together. Let's see. Vest-like accessory that fits over a player's torso, enabling them to feel the game. The electromagnetic force created by Aura's HFAs enhances the game experience by adding another dimension to the sight and sound, allowing the user to feel every punch, gunshot, or the booming beat of the soundtrack. By creating body pulsing vibrations key to the on-screen action, individual controls let players fine-tune the output to pick up the entire soundtrack or filter out all but a specific effect. The interactor hooks up to the audio output of any game system and can also be used with your stereo or TV. The interactor will be available this year for an estimated retail price of $90. That's got to be over $100 today for sure. Hang on, let us adjust for inflation. Because I love adjusting for inflation. $90 in 1994 to 2025, close. 2026, close. There we go. Oh, here it is. $196.84 today. Buck wild. Come on, buddy. Scroll. I know you can. Scroll! There you go. AT&T. Walmart. YouTube. Go Wendy's. What the fuck? Total Carnage. That fucking toony ass man. The name says it all. Total Carnage. Total Carnoffle code. The name says it all. Alright, we'll read through this one and then we'll call it. Total Carnage. I think next time we may go back to the January, February issue and see what we missed. Okay, so this game won't be winning any awards for its plot, but if you're looking for a game that's full of big guns, bigger explosions, and more bad dudes than the fastest trigger finger could possibly deal with, this is the card for you. Total Carnage was one of last year's most popular stand-up comedian, didn't you know? Coming close to on the heels of its predecessor, Smash TV. Oh, Total Carnage is a successor to Smash TV. Got it. Basically, it takes place following the World War in 1999. It seems that General Akboob, that name aged like milk, has been up to some nasty business at his bionuclear plant, and any reporters or civilians who can attest to his true identity are disappearing at an alarming rate. That's where you come in. But may we suggest that you bring along a friend? Total Carnage may give you an arsenal full of scatterguns, missile launchers, landmines, and more, but it also serves up a near impossible number of enemies if you're going it alone. The object is to take out anything that moves and avoid being blown up while you rescue hostages, which, by the way, are babies in bikinis. That's really weird. And protect the American flag. It's violent, it's sexist, but before the critics and censors get their grundies in a bunch, it's also handled in a very satirical, cartoon-like manner. Hey, lighten up, it's a game. Wow, they've been pulling this bullshit since the 90s. What the fuck?
Remember back when things were actually funny and you could get away with anything?
There were You know what this is so funny. It's like, don't get your pearls in the clutch. That is a form of pearl clutching. Ironically. Oh, goodness. Oh. I'm watching... Bap. I'm watching, someone's video of their cats in a Discord server that I'm in. Aw. The gentlest paps. Okay. 1 or 2 multiplayer. Alright, what do these guys think? Oh my god, Ross. Damn. These boys ain't having it, huh? Let's see what the big men have to say. Another of Midway's arcade masterpieces has made its way to the SNES. Total Carnage is good, but unfortunately falls apart as a sequel. The graphics and sound aren't quite up to par with the original Smash TV. You mean the one that was in fucking arcades? Of course it's not gonna live up to that. We wouldn't get complete arcade recreations until, like, the PS2. For fuck's sake, y'all. Graphics aren't quite up to Smash TV. It's unfortunate because fans of Smash will probably be a little disappointed at first glance. However, once they start to play, the new storyline, challenge, and play mechanics will make it exciting. That's fucking weird. Alright. Alright, Ross, what do you got? The coin-op Total Carnage was a huge success in the arcades. Yeah, it's almost like console games at the times weren't up to the same par, and you shouldn't judge it based on that. God. The graphics are nowhere near the quality that I expected, but they aren't too bad considering the number of sprites on screen at a time. The character animation is choppy and leaves you guessing exactly what you're shooting. The one thing that really stands out in my mind is the fact that you control which direction you're shooting in with different buttons. Yeah, no one told these reviewers how this technology worked back in the day. So I feel like these reviews have aged like milk. I don't know if I could do it better, but my god. I feel like I would definitely be more fair. Especially to indie games. I'd be incredibly harsh with quote-unquote AAA games, because multi-million-dollar company, garbage game, absolutely not. Hell no. Alright. We are gonna call it there. And we'll finally give my laptop a rest and close Firefox. I don't know why it won't. I don't know why it hates Firefox. I thought it would hate Chrome more, but it doesn't. I don't know what the deal is. Alright. VOD watchers, thank you for watching this far, even if indeed you still are, or if you're asleep, nighty-night. To my left will be either the playlist right, where I look at more Game Informer magazines. And also, to the left will be a random video suggested by YouTube, if you feel like it. If not, don't worry about it. Go watch something else. Bye-bye, VOD watchers.